What's up? This is Gardy with Clear Life Media, Clear Life Combat. We're at the HQ here in League City, Texas. I have some guests that are hanging out in studio. I'm going to let them introduce themselves. We're going to find out everything that they have going on. Hey, what's up? How's it going?
What's going on? I'm Antoni, or Karate Chapa, my fight name. Here, Clear Life Media, chilling, doing this interview. And yeah.
Awesome.
Logan, Steezy, Easley, an amateur MMA fighter right down the road here at Bushi, League City. And we're here to talk it up with Clear Life Media about our fight November 10th.
Yeah, so there's a fight November 10th. It's going down. It's happening at the ULH Elevate Fighting Championship. Both of y'all have had the opportunity to fight for Elevate before. Antoni, I'm going to ask you first, how has your experience with Elevate been, and what are you expecting to happen on November 10th? What's going to be happening for you?
My experience with Elevate genuinely has been really good. I like to think Chris is very good about communicating and getting to us, letting us know like if anything changes or if there's anything that we need to like work on when it comes to ourselves, like as amateurs promoting ourselves. So I feel like he's definitely helped us there, and he's helped us with giving us just the opportunity to fight and like having opponents and just giving us the opportunity. What else did you ask? You said
just what are you expecting to happen? Whenever you go in there, what's happening?
There's a lot that kind of goes through my head most of the time, or one thing that's kind of helped me like before going into fights or anything is just kind of thinking of it like as it's just business. Like I know the person going in there is trying to do the same thing to me, I'm trying to do to them. So what is there to worry about if we're both in the same mindset? And it kind of just it levels me out and it helps me calm myself before the fights.
Yeah, I would say that, fighting, there's a lot of mental work.
Oh, a lot of mental work. A lot of mental work. Because
it's definitely more mental than physical.
Yeah.
Everybody sees the physical part, but if you don't have it right up here, it's not going to be a good day for you.
Yeah. What are you expecting to happen, November 10th? How are you taking that approach, and you looking forward to it?
Definitely looking forward to it. One of the reasons I always look forward to it is just that pressure being off your shoulders is nice, but it's also good to test yourself. And November 10th, I'm expecting an entertaining fight because that's what I always try to do. I try to have the fans on their feet cheering and going for the finish this time, not trying to leave it up to the judges again.
Yeah. For you, what's your, I guess, can you explain to me the atmosphere at Bushi here in League City? What's it like training there?
So it's obviously not like one of the big name MMA gyms. It actually started out as a youth karate program, but Grandmaster Zulfi, the person who started it all, one of his students is Gerzon Chow, who's a pro MMA fighter in the local area. He is our coach. And man, it's honestly a lot like a family there. He's very welcoming, and honestly, the fact that it's a smaller class, sometimes we get a lot of one-on-one work, and it's really good.
Yeah, he's competed. Is it for submission series, or has he competed?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I've seen him. He's very, very good.
Oh, yeah. Very good.
He just actually won his black belt debut.
And just got his black belt recently from Ricardo Laborio, while Ricardo Laborio was getting his coral belt or like 8th degree black belt or something like that.
That's
which is
massive. That's a big deal.
Pretty cool.
I remember because I'm pretty much at every Elevate event, but I remember that name, Gerzon Chow, and especially whenever they announce somebody again from League City, which is where Clear Life is based out of. Yeah. I love it whenever there's people from the community here. I grew up here in Galveston County, and it's nice. So Gerzon Chow, and I remember that was a black belt match, and he did very well, and there was a very great match.
We also have an old school kickboxer, Mitch, who comes and he does
Mitch Rossi's his full name.
Yeah, Mitch Rossi. He kind of helps us mainly with all of our stand up, but he's really cool, good with the fundamentals, and definitely the type of person to yell at you if your hands are just down a little bit,
He won't just yell at you.
Yeah, no, he won't just yell. Yeah, he won't just yell.
He's like 70, old school boxer. He's fought on the B team for the Olympics in boxing back in the day. He's fought in Madison Square Garden, so it's like not a lot of people know who he is, but he's like one of the best coaches I ever could have asked for sure.
Really, definitely best coach.
He has that old school kind of mentality, so he gets our toughness going, and then Chow will get our technical stuff going.
Yeah. Logan, where are you from, and when did you start fighting, and why?
I'm from right over the bridge here, actually, in Seabrook, Texas. So about 15 minutes away. And I started training when I was 19, so it's going to be 4 years in this upcoming January. And one of the reasons I started fighting is because a couple years after high school, there's not much that like I really see that I want to put everything into. Everybody has their own opinion about the world these days, but like me personally, I can just not see myself doing a regular job every day. So I do music as well, and I've been doing that for a while. But one day, me and this guy, we always liked sparring and boxing in the backyard. Better or worse, no mouth guard. Probably could have went bad, but we realized we were a little bit better than most of our friends naturally, and so one day we came into a gym, which was the one in League City, and right away, Chow just made us feel at home, and we signed up for 4 days a week. We looked at each other. He said, "Okay, we're diving in this." A couple months went by. We did a smoker, which is for anybody that doesn't know, it's like a exhibition match. There's no winner really, but you can definitely get knocked out if you're not training right. So we did the smoker, and then we realized this is something that we could do, and we've pretty much just been fully in it since.
Yeah, so y'all go back.
Yeah,
We fighting. How'd y'all meet?
well, we kind of okay. Oh, being younger and like moving, I used to live in Austin. I moved from Austin when my mom and dad split up, and I lived here with my mom. Well, when I moved here, I moved next door to this dude.
Literally right next door.
And I'm like, you're
2 grades below me?
yeah, like 2 years younger.
23 and 21.
Yeah, yeah. So at the time we weren't like chilling. Like I know he came like over and some other kids, and they like introduced themselves, and we kind of hung out from that way, playing football across the street and all of that. Then getting older, going into high school, hanging out with each other, and like we're probably playing games and stuff. And it's funny because before we both got into fighting, like he was like focusing on the music and stuff a lot, and I wanted to be a chef. So it was just like, I don't know, I wanted to be a chef, and I like remember thinking like, man, I could really get into fighting if like this didn't work out. And I remember he hit me up one day, and he was like, "Hey, dude, there's this gym over in Lake City. We should go check it out." He was getting some of the other boys, and I was like, "Dude, yeah, I want to go do this. Like I've been thinking about
to go alone.
Yeah, yeah. I was like, I've been thinking about it. Why not? So we all went there and got a good session in, and kind of just I fell in love. Like literally just fell in love, and he
Yeah.
fell in love,
It felt right.
and we immediately signed or started paying for as much training days as we could get in, and it's been like that ever since.
I want to hear some about the backyard stuff. Or y'all just like sparring or just like having fun?
It
Just what
was
guys do?
like
So sometimes, allegedly, there was maybe some substances involved every once in a while. Allegedly.
Yeah.
And yeah, we would just go back there, throw on some gloves, put on a minute timer, and all just take turns giving each other concussions.
yeah.
Nah, I'm just kidding. Nobody ever got hurt that bad. Nobody ever got hurt that bad. We were pretty controlled with it for not really knowing what we were doing.
Yeah. I mean, even in those things, especially if you don't have like proper training, like sometimes the emotions and egos can't get in the way. So
100%.
Lucky we got no
Especially
broken teeth. We're lucky nobody broke their teeth.
no mouth guards or
No,
nothing. Huh?
Not a thing. Not a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I guess in the time that y'all been training, it kind of shows how much you can actually learn or how much you
yeah.
didn't know even back then. Or like you said, hey, naturally you had a good feel
If
for
I
it.
were to fight that past self, it'd be crazy how much I'd be putting a whooping on him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be
Awesome.
crazy.
You know, for you, Chapa, what goals do you have going forward? Do you still want to be a chef as well? Or is it?
I think
where's it
being
at?
a chef is more of like a side thing now. I kind of, like I said, I fell in love with this. I don't really see myself doing anything else but this. I can, like, even now I can envision myself being a champion later on, and have been having all my family set up with money and family and friends, and just being good. So not really, like, this is all I really want to do. Like I said, like he was saying, like I don't see myself working like a blue collar type job or anything like that. Like I want to fight. That's all I
Yeah.
want to do.
You know, and even being from here, which I'm proud to be from, you know, Galveston County, League
Yeah.
City. I grew up in Lamarck, but like a lot of times people, and there's nothing wrong with it. It's a great career. You know, you can go work at the refineries.
Oh yeah,
There's a lot
there's
of
nothing
stuff,
wrong with working blue
great
collar
money
jobs.
that's there, but even still, you know, for people to, hey, have a dream or something, or find something like this you're passionate about, then, you know, why not?
No, yeah.
Try it.
I'm big on that why not thing. You got
Yeah.
one life, you know?
Yeah.
You got one life.
Tell me about music.
So me and my buddies in high school, we've come a long way, done a lot of different transitions, but we started out doing like kind of boom bap, like psychedelic kind of rap stuff, like lyrical, trying to like rap about our problems in the world, thinking we were like philosophers and shit. Or sorry, I'm not allowed to cuss. But thinking we're philosophers and stuff. But over time, we just kept doing with that. We actually got really good at it. And we got a couple songs with a decent amount of views, but as we all started entering our early 20s and stuff, some of us had kids, some of us got bills to pay, so we don't really meet up as much anymore. So now we kind of do our solo thing, and I play guitar and make beats, and I rap and sing, and music and martial arts are the two things I know I will do until I can't do anything. So I just like to put time into those to hope that one day I can do them full time.
What's your walkout song right now?
My walkout song recently was it was by J. Cole. It was "Let Go of My Hand" from his album The Off Season. Just because the chorus of that song really fires me up.
Yeah. Would you ever put one of your own?
Eventually, yeah. I need to get there, but right now I'm still I released a lot of stuff for free on SoundCloud with like other people's beats. So now I'm like kind of fine-tuning my sound behind the scenes, and like as I'm working on martial arts and music, the releases are coming soon.
Awesome.
My Instagram is linked to my martial arts Instagram if anybody wants to check it out.
Yeah, what's your social media, and then we'll get yours to Chapa as well.
Steezy Easley MMA is my fighting one. So STEEZY, and then Easley EASLEY MMA.
I am Karate Chapa MMA, just karate like martial arts, and then Chapa. Oh, I guess Chapa like CHAPA, my name. But yeah, and that's my only other account. Or that's my only account.
Awesome. Tell me about, I guess, the name Steezy.
Mm.
Easley. Is it just because it rhymed, or
It does rhyme, but I could never really figure out what name I wanted. Some people say you have to be given one, but like I never really got one other than from another passion I used to do. It's called martial arts tricking. I don't know if you've ever heard of that.
I have, yeah.
Nice. A lot of people haven't. So that's why you see me doing like backflips and stuff before fights, because I used to do that like nonstop, probably like middle school, early high school. I didn't even do homework a lot. I would just get home and I would do that.
That was my work.
I was gonna say I used to remember getting off the bus, and he'd literally be out, like literally walking off the bus. He'd be right there doing tricks.
Yeah,
and
no,
stuff.
I told Chapa, so I train as well, and so a couple gyms, but at Algarve's Premier Martial Arts,
Okay.
that's a gym that I found. Well, I started training in 2019,
Right.
but there's a big tricking program
Is there?
that's there
Hell yeah.
as well, and there's some talented kids and adults that are leading it as well. But it's a fun thing.
Yeah.
And and speaking of that, whenever you do come out and they've announced your names, you've done different things like that, and it is pretty neat.
Thank you. I
Yeah.
appreciate that. You got to use what you got to sell yourself, I think one of the commentators said that in the fight that I did that. But as far as the name Steezy, so like in skateboarding and surfing, Steezy is to have, or Steez is to have style with ease. And my tricking style was always really flowy, and people would always comment like, dang, that's a Steezy combo, or like super Steez, or like stuff like that. So I feel like my fighting style can be kind of like that too, just kind of smooth, because try to keep that Bruce Lee go with water mindset.
Right.
So I was just thinking about names, and one day that just popped into my head. I realized it rhymed with my last name, and that's been me since.
This works.
Except last fight, the announcer, super chill guy, but he called me Sleazy. I'm gonna need to talk to him about that.
Was that an accident, or did you say it?
It was an accident. I think
Just came
I
out.
think part of the blame is my bad handwriting, but yes, it's Steezy with the T.
Steezy. Gotcha. And Karate Chapa, that's cool too. There's another fighter out of Houston, and I think for jiu-jitsu, he trains out of Gracie Baja here with Professor Drac, but he goes by, I think it's Chef Chapa.
Chef Chapa.
Yeah, and
that
that's
you?
why it was interesting whenever
Is that you, bro?
Yeah, right.
Chef Chapa.
No,
it's like super.
that's why it threw me off whenever he said a chef, and I was like, I think that's. But we did one of his fights with a different
actually
promotion, and so I'm gonna be looking him up, but so I can make sure that I'm not making this up.
No,
Yeah.
you're good. You're good.
I know. I was like, well, Karate Chapa, yeah, Demas Chapa, yeah, the Chef Chapa is his Instagram. So shout out to him.
Yeah.
We've done some of his
sick.
fights. He's a good
Shout
guy
out
too.
Chef Chapa.
Chef Chapa and Karate Chapa, which just sounds cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It is
Yeah.
a good one.
What about you? Let's talk about your walkout music. What's it like picking that?
So I've had a couple different ones. I know from my first grappling one, I picked a more like soothing beat. It's kind of just my mindset usually. Like even when I'm working out intensely, like I play smoother music. I don't know, something about being able to just like lock in to like that calmness and like work out heavy. I feel like it just helps my mindset. Like even getting like going into the fight, like being able to fight hard but still be calm. But I know I've also, or I think my, or no. No, I picked, okay, never mind. No, I picked all my songs. I was thinking like, did I pick did I not pick one of my songs? But my newer song I'm gonna be picking for this one is Twilight Zone, and I've been really liking this one. It's really putting me in the feel for this fight. So
That classic rock goes
yeah,
hard.
it's a classic song. So I'm feeling it. I'm loving it. I don't know.
Do you play or ever get on any of the songs?
I don't play really. I recently like learned a couple notes on a guitar just to like have like something
That's the
to mess
start.
with.
Yeah.
But
I was eyeballing
and
this one over
Yeah, yeah. The guitar.
and, I don't know. Nah, not many instruments. I know I definitely like my goal is to definitely learn to play guitar eventually or like bass guitar, and then I want to get into saxophone. I love a sax, just the way a saxophone sounds. It just, ooh, you know what I mean? Like it brings the soul out of you.
Yeah.
So I've
Yeah.
always wanted to learn a saxophone
His dad
too.
used to rip the
Oh,
bass in a band, so it's in his
my-
blood.
Cool.
I
cool.
say
We try to get him on it, but
my dad, he's actually in a band currently right now, High Heavens. You should check it out, Spotify. But he used to be in an older band, a punk rock band, Ignorance Park. So I grew up listening to him play and being in the studio, watching him record and stuff like that. But yeah, it's cool. It's all I love it.
Yeah. There's a band that I've been listening to a ton. They're called Bill Murray, like the actor, but it's Bilmuri. And so the guy who it's like a lot of bands now with the internet and stuff, you can write all the songs and you put a band together and go tour, whatever you want. But he was in a crabcore band back in like 2010, and then he started his own project after, but it's like elements of rock, but then he started putting some country twang into it. But there's a saxophone, and it's just like there's so much stuff going on. But they have new songs coming out tomorrow.
You said crabcore?
Crabcore,
Bill
still like
Murray.
metalcore,
Okay.
like metalcore, like
Yeah.
heavy music. But then they started calling it crabcore because they were doing like, it's funny, but like synchronized dance moves where it look like, I call them dance moves, but like head banging and stuff. And it looks like where they bounce up and down, and it looks like you're a crab. So shout out Bill Murray. Hit me up. We'll bring you in League City. So yeah, that's fun stuff.
yeah, combining those genres is how you make new sounds. Makes stuff interesting.
Yeah, wait, you got something you're working on? Is there something new? Or
Yeah, I've been combining a little bit of like blues chord progressions with like hip hop drums and some rapping and singing stuff. But
Yeah.
it's coming soon. It's coming soon. We don't want to give too much away.
Okay, and I get to talk to a lot of martial artists. It's in the name.
Yeah.
It's an art. So like, and people talk about it like, man, this is my canvas. Or you talk about that, martial arts, music. You're creating something, and even being a
Cooking,
chef,
yeah.
cooking. Yeah, it's all that. It's just about creating, and I think people need an outlet. Not everybody's cut out to get in a cage and fight or grapple
100%.
or whatever, but finding something, I think it does help with your mental health. And I know we were talking about even the mindset, and you talked a little bit about that. What about you, Logan? How do you find that, or like work on your mindset to try and be calm in the cage or get through it?
I try to really put myself in the moment, and you really just got to think like, kind of like what I was saying earlier, you have one life. Some people like to avoid that thought, but it's true. You get one chance. And so I just try to make my future self looking back, I want to be able to say that I tried everything and I made myself proud. And I feel like in that moment, sometimes the pressure can get to you, but every fight I've ever come out of, I'm always so proud of myself for just making it through those mental struggles that you can go through. So it's really just that. And then honestly, once my feet hit the ground, the mental battles go away. It's in the back that I really struggle with it. And I feel like most fighters would probably relate to that. Once you actually start fighting, you're like, okay, I do this every week. And then it's just another day and you're fighting.
Yeah.
I heard that on a
saying, it's just
podcast and it's
business.
really true.
Like, it's what we do.
Yeah. Just every day training,
Yeah,
every day.
It's getting to the cage and hearing them call your name where your brain starts kind of going. But you find ways to deal with it, focus on your breath, just kind of go with the moment.
Breathing helps a lot.
Yeah.
The same stuff every other fighter says.
Right. And so this next Elevate event, November 10th, I think it's going to be the biggest Elevate that there's been up to this point.
Yeah.
Pro fights. It's going to be exciting, right? I mean, what's it like to be a part of that?
I'm definitely excited, especially to find out when I'm fighting, because I know my last fight, I got to be the first fight, which felt really cool, like opening up and setting like the pace for like the rest of the show or the card.
Started it out with the finish.
Yeah, starting without the finish, yeah. But I'm really excited to see if either one of us start or if somebody else is going to start it, and how they're going to start it. If they're like two people are going to go out banging, or if they're just going to go out and maybe try to grapple each other the whole time, or if somebody's going to get slammed. Like, I'm excited in general for just all the outcomes that could come. Honestly though, one of the fights that I'm really excited for is Magda Nunes versus what is it? What's his name?
Montezuma versus
Montezuma.
the middleweight champs fighting each other.
They're fighting they're doing the kickboxing at
Kickboxing versus
Doug McFarlane.
McFarlane.
Yeah.
I'm really excited because
Kickboxing.
He's fought Montezuma.
Montezuma was my first kickboxing match, which, by the way, cool guy, Montezuma. Love that dude. Shout out to him.
Moved up in weight.
Was going down to fight at 170. The guy that I fought recently, I was supposed to fight for my first MMA fight. Well, he got injured. So my coach called and was like, bad news, good news. Bad news, guy got injured. Good news is you can go up to 185 and you can do this fight. And in the moment, I was like, dude, I've been training. Like, yeah, dude, I want to fight. Well, I went up. Montezuma, bigger dude, like definitely he had me in the weight and the skill and the gas. I had a few moments, but that man, I just know he's got a good gas tank and he's gonna be putting that pressure. So I know he's gonna bring a show. So I'm just really excited for him to go fight.
That is gonna be exciting. Doug McFarlane's big.
He is big.
I've had him in studio here, and obviously I've seen him fight in the cage and seen him against other guys. Super big, long, athletic build, and that's gonna be an exciting fight.
No, I agree. Yeah. Dude, yeah.
Man, I think so Roy Moctezuma trains at the gym. It's like South Houston, like Pasadena, and I can't think of the name, but I know the Southside Sensei, that's who is over that program. They're close to Space City Collective, which is a sneaker shop. Christian Guzman, Gio Guzman, check them out. Man, but I think I saw him at like Baybrook Mall. This was like randomly like a month or two ago. But so we've done video with him before, but someone else went and filmed it and I edited the video. A lot of times when you edit video, I mean, you may sit there and look for a couple hours, somebody listen to them talk and stuff. You feel like you know them. And so then sometimes you go up to like, hey, what's up? And I'm like, bro, they have no idea who I am. I just edited video of him and I remembered that. So I was like, man, I can't. I was like, that's Roy Moctezuma. You know, I'll almost feel like a fan, you know, like, bro, which he may not mind, be like, oh, hey, what's up, dude? Yeah. So, but that's going to be an exciting fight.
Definitely.
Did y'all get to watch that one? The last one, what happened? It was Roy Moctezuma and Francisco Requena out of Sammy's Muay Thai?
I thought his last fight was Beck for the belt.
Well, Doug McFarlane's was, but
was Doug
Moctezuma.
Oh, Moctezuma.
Yeah, it was for the kickboxing title. And
Yeah. That was on the card that you didn't fight on. It was like August or something, I think, right?
Yeah, it was the last one. The
I
last
don't think I got to see it.
Elevate, yeah. I don't know, go back and watch it.
It went no offense, kind of like yours, but I think it went to decision though.
Okay, I can see that.
Yeah, but they're both high level guys. That was an interesting fight. But Francisco Requena is going to be on another fight card that we're doing for Muay Thai. But man, there's so much talent here, and I love it whenever I get to talk to people like you, you know, like y'all that are from here, from Galveston County, you know, as well, and kind of put on for this side of Houston, because there's a lot of gyms, great gyms, you know, downtown and up and the north side and the west side and all that stuff. And so I love being able to talk to people over here.
Well, definitely appreciate it. I know you definitely appreciate it too.
Yeah, it does feel like a lot of the gyms out there from Houston, and we're kind of like the outsiders sometimes, even though we're same state, but
yeah,
because I mean, we fought in like other states before in Louisiana where we were actually like the out of state person. But even at home, sometimes just being all the way out here and being from a karate gym sometimes feels like people underestimate us. But yeah, we're proving them wrong.
Yeah. So I know that the main event and co-main event is Josh Altum and Hayden Bryers, and they're two guys that Texas Striking Academy, which was in Lamarck, and then they train out of Gator Boxing in Dickinson, and then they do some work in Texas City. So even still, like I'm big fans of theirs. That they're from here as well. So I feel like kind of go represent for the county and you know this side of town.
Oh yeah.
Chapa, is there anything else you'd like to share?
I heard of Gator Boxing. I can't.
Dickinson.
I would say I remember I work at a bar over in Kip Rose. One of the security guards over there, he was telling me about one of his good buddies that was training over there.
Was it boxing or MMA?
No, it was boxing. He was telling me because he was just telling me some gyms that I should go check out, and he was like, Gator Boxing, one of his friends was there.
Oh,
he said
yeah.
it's a good boxing gym to go see.
Yeah, there's some
about it.
Very talented people. Eugene Hill is out of there, and you know he'll fight on a lot of these cards, and he's undefeated. You know we've had him in here before, but there's other really talented people in the county that we get to meet as well.
Yeah.
Nice.
Cool. Yeah. Is there anything else you'd like to share?
Nothing really. Just check out the socials and stay tuned for November 10th.
It's gonna be sick.
Somebody wants to get tickets. Can they hit y'all up?
Oh
What's
yeah,
the best way?
I still got tickets. You can hit me up on Instagram at the Karate Chapa MMA, or you
Go
can
to elevatefc.com as well, and you can buy the stream from Clear Life Media ahead of time, pre-order it, or you can get your tickets and come see it in person.
which we prefer. This is gonna be way better, way cooler too.
I appreciate you guys hanging out today. Thank y'all.
Appreciate you.
Thank you.
This is Gardy with Clear Life Media, Clear Life Combat. Y'all be blessed.